An embarrassing memory can make your body react as if the danger is happening now. The moment may be years old, yet your heart, face, and stomach can still sound the alarm. That reaction feels ridiculous only if embarrassment looks small from the outside. Your brain does not judge it from the outside. It asks a faster question: did this moment threaten your place with other people? If the answer once felt like yes, the memory can return with a charge that belongs to the present. Picture the old moment clearly enough and your shoulders may tighten before you choose anything. Your face may heat up. Your mind may race through every word you said. Why does a memory get that much power? Part of the answer is that your brain treats social belonging as serious business. For most of human history, losing status, trust, or access to a group could carry real costs. Food, protection, help with children, and warning about danger all depended on other people. A bad social moment was not always harmless information. It could mean exclusion. Your modern life is safer than that old setting, but your alarm system was not designed for office meetings, group chats, or one awkward joke at dinner. It was designed to react quickly when connection seemed at risk. That is why a small memory can arrive with such an oversized body response. Could a tiny mistake really deserve a full alarm? Neuroscientist Matthew Lieberman has studied how social rejection can involve brain systems linked with distress. That does not mean embarrassment is identical to a physical injury. It means social pain is not imaginary or shallow. Your brain can treat a threat to belonging as something worth tracking closely. What else would an alarm system do with a threat it thinks might return? Here is the strange part: the memory is not stored like a little video file that your brain plays unchanged. Each time you bring it back, your brain rebuilds it. Details can shift. Feelings can grow. The memory can become less like a record and more like a warning label. Why would your brain rebuild an old social scene instead of filing it away? At about the 1-minute mark, this is where the story flips. Your brain is not replaying embarrassment only because it loves punishment. It is making a prediction. Imagine a tiny mistake from years ago inside a red alarm bubble. Your brain compares that old scene with a new situation, another meeting, another message, another chance to speak. It predicts that could happen again. Then it sends alarm signals before the new moment has proved anything. The remembered scene may be tiny, but the prediction can be huge. What if the alarm is responding to a forecast rather than a fact? This is called prediction error. In plain language, your brain notices a gap between what it expected and what happened. If you expected approval and got laughter, silence, or a blank look, that gap can feel sharp. Your brain marks the moment as important because it wants to avoid a repeat. The catch is that avoidance can teach the wrong lesson. If you stop speaking, delete the message, or skip the invitation, your alarm gets relief. Relief feels good, so the brain learns that escape helped. But it never gets fresh evidence that you could survive the moment, recover from it, or even be received warmly. How can your brain update a prediction when it never sees the next part? Robert Sapolsky's work on stress helps explain why this loop feels so physical. Stress is not only a thought. It changes what your body prepares for. When your brain expects a social threat, it can shift attention toward danger, speed up your heart, and narrow what you notice. That narrow focus is useful if a real threat needs an instant response. It is much less useful when your brain is reviewing a comment from middle school while you are trying to fall asleep. The body has received a warning, but there is no present danger to solve. Can an old warning feel urgent simply because it is familiar? Why does the replay often get worse at night? During a quiet moment, fewer outside tasks compete for attention. Your brain has more room to scan unfinished social problems. An awkward memory offers an easy target because it comes with a clear question: what should you have done differently? That question can feel productive for a minute. Then it turns into a courtroom with no closing time. You replay the tone, the pause, the look on someone's face. You create 10 better replies after the moment is gone. Your brain calls this preparation, but much of it is just alarm rehearsing itself. How much of that rehearsal gives you a useful answer? Amy Arnsten studies how stress can affect the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that helps with flexible thinking and self-control. Under stress, that flexible system can lose some influence while faster alarm circuits take over. In simple terms, the part of you that knows an awkward moment is survivable may become quieter just when you need it. That is why arguing with yourself can fail when the replay is already loud. It was nothing may be true, but your body has not received that message yet. A more useful first move is to name the mismatch. This is an old alarm attached to a current moment. What changes when you recognize the alarm before you obey it? Naming it does not erase the memory. It creates a little distance between the event and the prediction. You can notice, my brain is showing me a danger story, rather than treating every image as a command. Can you let the memory be there without giving it the steering wheel? Then give your brain a small piece of new evidence. Send the message after reading it once. Speak one sentence in the meeting. Stay at the gathering for 10 more minutes. The goal is not to prove that embarrassment will never happen. It is to teach your alarm system that embarrassment can happen and you can remain connected, capable, and safe. What small action could give your brain that evidence today? Self-compassion matters here, but it is often misunderstood. It is not pretending the moment was perfect. It is responding to your own mistake with the fairness you would offer another person. Researcher Kristin Neff has shown that self-compassion is linked with a less punishing response to personal failure. That gives your brain a different ending to practice. Could that new ending become easier to believe with repetition? You can also check the evidence with one honest question: what did other people actually do after the moment? Most people return to their own concerns quickly. Many barely noticed. Even if someone did notice, a single awkward moment is rarely the full story of who you are. Your brain keeps replaying embarrassment because belonging matters to you. That is not proof that the old moment is still dangerous. It is proof that an old prediction is still asking to be updated. The tiny remembered moment may still flash red, but it does not have to run your whole alarm system. Your mind is still learning its own story. Subscribe to Zen Doodles and leave a comment with the thought you want unpacked next.